London, Ontario, Canada. It has been a pleasure for Off the Rope Studio to share our evening with you. You've been a great audience here tonight, which brings us to our main event of the evening. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from anywhere but this dump, weighing in tonight at 230 pounds, he is K.C. Andrews. Well, whether you like the Canature boy or you don't, he has earned the respect of fans and peers through some of his performances at Off the Rope Studio, including a hellacious matchup against Tommy Billington, the Dynamite Kid Jr. at Slamdemonium. The Canature boy has really been a driving force of the shows here in London, Ontario, but so has K.C. Andrews, and K.C. Andrews has paid his dues coast to coast, across Canada. He's been everywhere. He's done it all. He's worked with some of the biggest names, and he has taken exception with the Canature boy, Kevin Frayne, especially going around acting like he is the biggest deal to be produced in professional wrestling in London, Ontario, especially when K.C. Andrews has been coast to coast. Well, the Canature boy was busy watching wrestling tapes, playing with action figures, playing in rock and roll bands, partying and trying to live like a rock star, stay up all night long. K.C. Andrews is out there. He's been grinding.
All right, you all have made your point. You've got terrible taste, but I wrestle in silence, so shut up! The more I hear you morons boo, the more bones I'm gonna break in that potato's body.
Wow, listen to the ovation for the Canature boy. I don't know if he's ever been quite as loved as he's had here today at Forrest in the Showdown. This is personal. The Canature boy was enjoying a night on the town with his lady here in London, and apparently K.C. Andrews happened to run into him in the bar in the restaurant. That's what led us to this situation. Kevin Frayne, the Canature boy, thought he would reach out in a sign of respect, but K.C. Andrews wanted no part of it. K.C. Andrews has stressed that respect is earned, and Canature boy has certainly not done any of that.
We're not doing this! Silence!
And we've already seen the Canature boy challenge for the Northern Outlaw Championship. Imagine if he could get a big-time victory in the main event here at Forrest City Showdown. It would put him first in line towards that Off the Rope Studio Championship. Casey Andrews demanding respect here in London. Understand how Casey Andrews can feel slighted or disrespected for Canature. Canature Boy is a cocky competitor. The Canature Boy hasn't involved himself in the affairs of Casey Andrews. Casey Andrews has taken it personally. Oh, great clothesline there from the Canature Boy. Takes Andrews off his feet. Runs right through him one more time. And the woos echoing out here at the Polish Combatants Hall. The Canature Boy breaking it down into a slugfest. Going to town here on Casey Andrews. Pounding away on the face of Andrews. 10 count. And Andrews doesn't even know where he is. Canature Boy sweeps the leg, says it's over here, going for the figure 4 leg lock. Whoa, whoa, almost in the official Ken Kensington. The Canature Boy puts the brakes on. Jaw breaker from Casey Andrews. Great one-legged drop kick, right on the money. Like a missile from Casey Andrews. And Casey Andrews has to be one of the most underrated competitors wrestling for many years, and that's why he has a huge chip on his shoulder. He's felt disrespected by the fans, by the peers, by his opponents. Casey Andrews has been quite a capable, versatile competitor. Back elbow. The thing about Casey Andrews is a no-nonsense kind of guy. No bells and whistles, no frills. He likes to let the wrestling do the talking. Although he's quite opinionated himself, we've heard from him many times. One of the most outspoken here at Off the Ropes. Maybe that's why it's personal. He doesn't like the cockiness of the Canature Boy. He doesn't think it's warranted. Andrews smothering the Canature Boy down to the mat. And the fans behind the Canature Boy. Holding on to the bleach blonde hair of the Canature Boy. Pulls Kevin Frayne down to the mat. Not looking good for the Canature Boy. Takes Kevin Frayne down to the mat, off his feet. And this could be a mistake for Casey Andrews, trying to slug it out here. We know that Andrews quite capable with the maneuvers. Him in. Wow. Casey Andrews has really been a difference maker in this matchup thus far against the Canature Boy. Scoops him up. Down hard to the canvas goes the Canature Boy. Knee across the throat. And Casey Andrews, who let him up. 2 count. Andrews isn't done teaching the Canature Boy a lesson here at the Polish Combatants Hall. He's going to put the Canature Boy up. Tries to get Kevin Frayne into prime position. Andrews. Has something in store here for the Canature Boy. Kevin Frayne holding on to that top rope for dear life. The official trying to get both men down from the turnbuckles. Andrews might have just blew out his knee coming out there. Canature Boy in position, not looking good for Andrews. Went for it, cross body. And Andrews just sidestepped him. Lured him in. With a smile on his face, he's happy about it. Ken Kensington. We don't want to see the main event of Forrest City Showdown end in disqualification, but we don't want to tolerate the shenanigans and the rule breaking of Casey Andrews like that either. Andrews hits the ropes with all his weight across the throat of the Canature boy, who isn't doing too much styling or profiling at this juncture in the matchup. Andrews hits the ropes again. Oh, nobody home this time. I bet that felt good. Ducks the clothesline. Canature boy, both men down. Double clothesline in the center of the ring. With a hand across the chest, 2 count. Wow. Both men to their feet. Both men exchanging blows in the center of the ring. Toe to toe, Canature boy ducks under. Boot to the midsection. Tries to scoop Andrews up. Nice suplex from the Canature boy. Says it's over. The Canature boy to the outside. Going up top here, the Canature boy has something planned on Andrews. Elbow smash. And we've seen him win matches like this before. Now, what is this now? Roughhouse Black has no business being out here. He lost in his matchup with Daddy Davis. So at this point, he's pretty much just a sore loser, sticking his nose where it doesn't belong on the Canature boy, and they have a history. Some bloody battles we've seen here in London between those two. Canature boy gave him a taste of his own medicine. He deserved it. Down goes Andrews. What's this now? Something around the fist of Andrews. Something that Jeff Black brought out to ringside. Oh no, come on. And the referee doesn't see it thanks to Roughhouse Black and Casey Andrews. With the official's back turned, brass knuckles, not like this. Come on. Here is your winner, Casey Andrews. The official, Ken Kensington, calls for the bell. Here comes the off the rope studio champion, Daddy Davis. And he's face to face with Casey Andrews. Face to face with Andrews, and now those brass knucks on the hands of Daddy Davis. And now across the jaw of Casey Andrews. Daddy Davis coming to the aid of the Canature boy, Kevin Frayne, here in London. Now Daddy Davis says if Roughhouse Black wants some more of it, come on in here, big boy. Daddy Davis trying to take out the trash here in London. You'd have to imagine if Daddy Davis didn't come out here to aid the Canature boy, Kevin Frayne, these guys could have potentially ended his career. Tag team that could be. I'm sure London would love to see it. The Canature boy Kevin Frayne and Daddy Davis against Casey Andrews and Roughhouse Black.
just gotta go in the bottom. Unbelievable.
Testing. London, did you have a good time tonight? You want Off the Ropes to come back here in 2026? You know what Daddy would like? I don't know about you, and I'm not sure about you, but Daddy thinks that we can get Jeff Black and Mr. Andrews in a little tag match with Daddy Davis and the Canature Boy. What do you think about that?
I think the fans want to see it.
Does that sound like something you'd want to see?
Daddy, can we get a woo?
Thank you so much for coming. Drive safe, and we'll see you next year. Off the ropes. Off the ropes.
London, one more time for him, the Canature Boy, Kevin Frayne, and the Off the Ropes Studio Champion, Daddy Davis! We hope you've enjoyed Forrest City Showdown